Japan's greatest secret isn't success. It's how success starts. Not with discipline, not with motivation, but with 9 tiny habits so small you've ignored them your entire life. And that's exactly why you've never changed. People don't change because they want to. They change because tiny habits reshape them long before they ever notice. And today, you'll finally see why your progress keeps collapsing and how 9 Japanese micro-habits can rebuild your life from the smallest moments up. 1. The habit that reprograms your mind. In Japan, there's a practice called hansei, the art of honest self-reflection. But it's not the Western journal your feelings idea. Hansei is brutal accountability. Every night, people pause and ask themselves, what did I do well today? What did I do poorly? What will I improve tomorrow? No excuses, no self-pity, no blaming circumstances. Hansei trains your brain to observe your life like a scientist, not a victim. And here's the shocking part. Reflection, not effort, is what makes improvement predictable. But reflection alone is useless unless you combine it with the next habit, a habit so small you can do it in 60 seconds. 2. The 60-second reset. Japan uses a habit called tidy in 1 minute, ichi-nichi ichi shugi. When something takes less than 1 minute, you do it immediately. Put the dish away, fold the blanket, organize the desk, throw the trash, clear the notification. Because tiny disorder becomes mental noise, and mental noise becomes stress, and stress becomes procrastination. The 60-second rule removes friction before it becomes chaos. You don't control your environment controls you. But the next habit doesn't just clean your space, it cleans your mind. 3. The Japanese way of starting fresh. Japan practices Hatsumode, the tradition of beginning with intention. But here's the twist. It's not done once a year. It's done at the start of anything new. A project, a semester, a journey, a habit. They pause and ask, who am I becoming with this choice? Most people start things unconsciously. New goals, new dreams, new habits, all launched without clarity. But intention is direction, and direction is destiny. But even with intention, most people still fail because they ignore the habit that protects their energy. 4. The energy guard. Japan follows a concept called mottainai, the deep dislike of waste. But it's not just about food or objects. It's about not wasting energy on the wrong things. Pointless arguments, emotional overreactions, gossip, scrolling, doing too much for too little, chasing things that do not matter. Japan treats energy like money. Every reaction is a purchase. And if you're not intentional, you'll bankrupt yourself emotionally before the day even begins. If this is hitting you, tap like. You're training your algorithm to send you growth, not noise. Back to the video. 5. The habit of invisible preparation. Japan uses a practice called yojo, preparing slightly more than necessary. It shows up everywhere. Setting clothes out the night before, warmer water ready before tea, tools placed exactly where they'll be used. The next step always arranged in advance. Yojo eliminates friction. And friction is the #1 killer of consistency. Most people fail not because tasks are hard, but because starting is hard. Yojo makes starting instant. But preparation is useless if you do not protect the rhythm that follows. 6. The rhythm that makes discipline easy. Japan is obsessed with shuhari, the stages of mastery. 1. Shu, follow the rule. 2. Ha, break the rule. 3. Re, become the rule. In other words, consistency before creativity. Everyone wants advanced strategies, but they're skipping the part Japan respects the most, repetition. Shuhari teaches you something profound. You don't rise to your goals, you fall to your systems. But even systems collapse unless you use the next habit, the habit that controls your emotional storms. 7. Emotional stillness on demand. Japan practices ma, the art of purposeful pause. Ma is the silence between actions, the breath before responding, the space that prevents chaos. Instead of reacting instantly, you insert a moment, a gap, a pause. This 1-second delay prevents fights, overthinking, regretful messages, emotional exhaustion, impulsive choices, mental spirals. Ma is emotional martial arts. It gives you control when your mind wants chaos. But even emotional control is not enough. You need the habit that protects your identity. 8. The identity anchor. Japan has a concept called kata, the ritual you repeat until it becomes who you are. Athletes use kata. Artists use kata. Tea masters use kata. Samurai lived by kata. Why? Because humans don't rise through motivation. They rise through identity. And identity is built through small rituals repeated daily. Coffee at the same time, bed routine at the same time, study ritual, work ritual, focus ritual. Kata locks your identity into place so habits become automatic. But even kata collapses, unless you learn the habit Japan uses to protect inner peace. 9. The peace you carry everywhere. Japan practices ginkgo mind, a slow mind in a fast world. The ginkgo tree grows slowly, patiently, quietly, but it outlives almost everything around it. The habit is simple: move slower, decide slower, react slower, observe more, because slowness creates depth. Depth creates clarity. Clarity creates peace, and peace creates consistency. Here's the real Japanese lesson. Small habits don't create small changes. They create new identities. But habits alone won't save your life if time keeps slipping through your hands. If you want the truth no one tells you, tap the video on your screen right now. The brutal truth about time management no one wants. It's uncomfortable, it's eye-opening, and it will show you why your habits keep failing before they even start. Go watch it.